Okay. All right, so let's start with introductions. I'm Dr. Tahita Bronner. I'm your naturopathic doctor. I practice all natural holistic medicine, and I'm the founder and CEO of Goodness for Life Center, which is now my virtual practice for one-on-one telehealth consultations and group wellness programs. So as a part of our outreach, we have a health and wellness group on Facebook. So thanks to everyone who has joined our group already. And if you haven't, feel free to join us because we share helpful information every day about how to live your healthiest lifestyle. And as an added benefit, we meet the first Saturday of every month for a free webinar. And so that's what we're having today. Today, we're going to talk about our 4-week wellness program called Lose the Pain and Gain Your Life Back. It's a 4-week program that helps reduce and eliminate chronic pain and inflammation in the body the natural way without the use of addictive or harmful drugs, steroid injections, or other invasive procedures that may only provide temporary relief anyway. In many cases, you have to keep going back to get it done again or take more medication, right? But instead, we're going to talk about what the underlying causes of chronic inflammation are and learn how to create new healthy habits that turn into permanent lifestyle changes. So we'll discover ways to heal ourselves naturally, living a detox lifestyle by cleansing and using anti-inflammatory food as medicine, all natural remedies and holistic wellness therapies. So what do I mean by holistic? So holistic well-being simply means whole. It means treating yourself as the whole person that you are. Each part needs to be in balance and working in harmony to be holistically well. So we need to be mentally, spiritually. Spiritually is the most important, actually. It should be at the top of the list because our spiritual, our connection to the oneness of God within us is extremely important for our well-being as a whole. So our emotional health, social health, it's important to be part of a community, part of a group that can support us with whatever is going on in our lives. And then we also need financial health. So all of these things need to be in balance and in harmony to be holistically well or have optimal health. I'm going to keep letting people in. All right. And so for our learning objectives for today, we're going to talk about the difference between acute and chronic inflammation. We're going to understand examples, and I'm going to keep going here. So everyone, welcome. I'm just letting people in as you come along. We've already gotten started. The meeting is being recorded. And after the presentation, we'll open the floor up for discussion. So the first thing we want to do is understand the difference between acute and chronic inflammation. And we want to learn about potential causes and prevention, because that's the most important thing. How can we prevent chronic inflammation? And then learn ways to naturally reduce chronic pain and inflammation in the body by using food as medicine, adopting healthy lifestyle changes, and using all natural remedies and comprehensive integrative therapies. So there's 2 types of inflammation, acute and chronic. So type in the chat, which one do you think is helpful to the body because it's immediate and it's temporary? For example, if you have a minor cut or sprain to your ankle, you'll experience some redness, swelling, or pain to that area. It's a part of the self-healing process, and it's extremely important to us for our survival. So which one is the acute or the chronic? Which one is helpful to us? So of course it's the acute. And it's normal, it's helpful, and it's our body's natural response to injury. It's immediate and it's temporary. It's part of the self-healing process. So chronic inflammation, on the other hand, is inflammation that's just gone out of control. And it causes progressive damage to the body that leads to a variety of different diseases in the body, okay? So let's talk about what some of those are. So on the left-hand side, you have acute inflammation. That's like an allergic reaction, infection, trauma, or injury. So we rely on the inflammatory process to heal us on the acute side. But on the right side, these are diseases that are linked to chronic inflammation, which are harmful chemicals that are produced due to chronic inflammation that over a period of time. So let's talk about some of those examples, like high blood pressure, heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, allergies and asthma, Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, cancer, anxiety and depression. There's just a whole host of different diseases that are linked to chronic inflammation in the body, like skin conditions like acne, eczema, psoriasis, arthritis, of course, inflammatory bowel disease, inflammation of the bowel, like irritable bowel disease, Crohn's disease, colitis, that causes diarrhea and gas and bloating and upset stomach and mucus in the stool. And then there's all kinds of autoimmune diseases that are linked to chronic inflammation as well, like lupus and celiac disease, and intolerance to gluten, as well as fibromyalgia, okay? So all of us are pretty much affected by chronic inflammation in some kind of way. So I'm going to go ahead and do a question just to ask in general the audience. Let's see. You are logged at another device. Polling is inactive. So I had some poll questions for you, and I don't know why it's telling me I'm logged into another device and I can't pull them up. But anyway, my first question, and you can just go ahead and type it in the chat, was how does chronic inflammation impact you? Maybe you have knee pain, back pain, chronic back pain. Maybe you have arthritis. Just type in the chat some of the ways or the primary way in which chronic inflammation and pain is affecting your body. So we'll kind of go through that chat and see what we have here. Back pain and stiffness, gastrointestinal issues. Yep, back pain and stiffness. So someone asked, what was the question? The question is, how does chronic inflammation impact you and your body? We've got lupus and fibromyalgia. Yep, all of us pretty much, even if it's just Zoom so that you don't have to be interrupted to let people in. Thank you. Okay, so those were some, pretty common answers that many of us have experience on a daily basis. Someone said sarcoidosis, knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Yes, so that's inflammation in your joints that start with a buildup, and we'll talk about what are the causes. So why don't we go ahead and move on, and we'll talk about some of the causes of chronic inflammation. I'm going to close the chat real quick. So what are those causes? So number one is, I love this illustration. It's so true. Our environmental toxins, they're everywhere. There are more than 80,000 toxic chemicals that can be grouped into three categories. One is toxic chemicals in our food, because our food is sprayed with insecticides and pesticides, and all kinds of poisons, as well as our water is impacted and the air that we breathe every day. So environmental toxins are, you know, in our fruit, our vegetables, our meat, our poultry, and the water system. They're just everywhere, and they enter through our skin, through the food we eat, the water we drink, and the air we breathe, right? So there's chemicals all around us on a daily basis. And that's really what is some of the underlying causes that have serious negative impact on our body, that causes inflammation and causes us to have all of the things that we just talked about, that we typed in the chat, is usually due to inflammation in the body, okay? So that's the number one cause. What's number two? So the number two cause of chronic inflammation is unhealthy food choices. Number one enemy is sugar, refined sugars, and artificial sweeteners. Sugary foods like in desserts and pastries, chocolate, sodas, saturated fats that are in red meats and full fat dairy products, and many rich desserts, trans fats that are in fast food, fried food, you name it. An excess of omega-6 fatty acids. We want to eat omega-3 fatty acids. Those are good for us, but omega-6 actually induces facilitates the inflammatory process. And so that's like in corn oil and vegetable oil, and oils that are refined oils that usually restaurants and fast food places cook your food in. Refined carbohydrates like breads and white rice and white potatoes and things like that. All right. And then red meats and processed meats that, you know, processed meats are like sausages and bacon and all kinds of foods that are, or meats that are made from pork and beef and so forth. Right. That's number two. Number three cause is stress. Stress is like, you know, I know we call high blood pressure the silent killer, but stress is a silent killer as well, because a lot of times we don't even realize that we're under so much stress, but it's really like pouring water. If you see that little bucket of water over there, it's like pouring water onto the soil of chronic inflammation in your body that causes cardiovascular disease and metabolic diseases and neurodegenerative diseases and cancers and everything. Just our lifestyle, the stress, aging, these are all things that cause disease due to stress. All right, so we always need to keep our stress in check. We're going to talk about that, how we can do that. And then the number four cause of chronic inflammation, who's that laying there on the couch like that? Is that you? I know it used to be me. You know, are you drinking a glass of a martini, or what are you drinking? Is it a soda? What's in that bowl? Is it chips, popcorn? What is it for you? Is it pizza? What are you eating? What are you laying there on that couch eating and drinking? Is it alcohol? Are you smoking still? You know, there's still plenty of people who smoke cigarettes. Junk food, just a sedentary lifestyle in which you're not as active as you need to be in order to help eliminate the inflammation in your body. All right. So these are some of the primary causes. So I want you, since my poll is not working, and I had tested it, it's still not working, but what lifestyle change, or what would you say, and you can type it in the chat, what would be the lifestyle that you know that you need to change on, something that you're doing, whether it's not exercising enough, whether it's eating all the processed foods, eating the wrong foods, um, you know, basically, what are you doing on that couch? Okay, so come on, we're gonna eating the wrong food. Yes. Chips. Yes, we're guilty of that. Not managing stress, more exercise and less meat, not exercising and chips, not exercising enough. Yeah, so we're all guilty of this, and we need help with it. We have to decide that we're going to make a change. It starts in our mind. It starts with the willingness to make the behavioral lifestyle changes that we need to make to heal ourselves, to allow ourselves to heal from within and have perfect health and in perfect alignment with God within us. Okay. Not exercising, eating the wrong foods. All right. So, how do we treat chronic inflammation and pain the natural way? How do we avoid having to have surgery? How do we avoid having to have invasive procedures and be put to sleep, to have steroid injections, and how do we avoid having to live with being addicted to narcotics for back pain and knee pain? How do we avoid being a victim of the opioid crisis that's being overshadowed by COVID at this time? But there's a lot of people still out there addicted to opioids. And it usually started with a surgery or some type of extreme injury in which your doctor put you on it and then you couldn't get off. Okay. So if you're not getting it prescribed, many people go out and get it on the street. It's very easily available. And so we want to avoid having to do all of that. We want to treat the underlying cause, not just the symptoms, which are pain. So the first thing to do is the natural way is to detoxify the body, because we know that the toxins that are built up from all of the foods, eating the wrong foods, and not exercising. So we want to cleanse and detoxify by supporting the body's natural. It's a two-phase process of detoxification that happens in the liver. And we can safely and effectively cleanse the body that way if we give it the nutrients that it needs for detoxification. So that's what this program is all about, is starting you with a cleanse and a detox so that you can have, a lot of us, we go to the health food store and we don't know what to buy. We don't know what herbs we should be using. And we'll have to ask the store clerk, and they don't know. They just work there. And so, we're taking advice from different places, but without really knowing and understanding what's the best type of detox to do and how long should we do it for. Okay. So we want to eliminate, use these pathways and nutrients to eliminate the toxins from the body through our gallbladder, through our bile, through our bowels, and through our urine. So how do we do that? So the first thing with the Lose the Weight, Gain Your Life Back program is that we are going to start with a 14-day veggie cleanse. And this cleanse is wonderful. It has all of the right nutrients that is already packaged for you, and it's very easy to use, and it's very high quality. It's not like just going and ordering something on Amazon. Okay, so it actually comes with the program. You're getting a 14-day veggie cleanse. It's also, we have tips for enhancing detoxification. It's not just doing the cleanse, the shakes and everything. Is actually getting up in the morning and detoxifying with lemon water, and detox baths that we do. It's a lot that is involved in it, and it just takes some dedication. It just takes the will and the desire to do it, because you're tired of living an unhealthy lifestyle and you need something to get you started. Okay, so we've got lots of great tips. We've got an entire program. We have 2 live group meetings a week with coaching and educational support. You'll have one-on-one support with me. You're just going to be packed and loaded with information and inspiration. And when we meet as a group, we inspire each other so much. And so it's very helpful to see what other people are doing, what they're experiencing, and we all give each other support. So you'll have that. It's always going to be live, and it's 2 weeks, 2 times a week for 4 weeks. Then the next part of the program is, so I was going to do a poll question. What is the, how many people on the call, and just say yes if you have, how many people have done a 14-day detox within the past year? Let's say that. So you can type in the chat no or yes. Yes, of course, Mecca and Kayla, you were in the other program. Vita, no. I'm expecting that not very many people. Donna, no. Sarah, no. Okay. How many people have done a detox in the last, a 2-week thorough detox in the last 2 years? Regina, no. Yes. All right. We have a yes. No, mostly no. Jahan, yes. All right. So you should be, Mukaya, no. You should be detoxing at least twice a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you haven't done it in a year or in 2 years or in over 6 months, then it's a good idea for you to do it again. And then not only are we detoxing, but you're getting so much more. Remember, we're all about prevention. All right. So we're going to learn how to make healthier food choices. We're going to learn what foods to eat versus what foods to avoid. All right. Now, I don't know if any of you have been trained in reading labels, reading ingredient labels before you put it in your cart at the grocery market. Do you understand and know how to identify GMO foods? Do you understand and know how to identify all the ingredients on labels of processed foods, wherein you've got hidden sugars and salts, and when sometimes when you pick up a label, you can't even pronounce the first word, all right? And the list is so extensive. You've got dyes and preservatives and who knows what in those most of the processed foods that are in the grocery market. So I'm going to teach you how to read labels, how you can immediately identify a food that's no good for you and a food that you should not put in your cart. You should put it right back on the shelf if you identify specific poisons that I'm going to show you and toxins that we're going to be detoxifying our body. So we're not going to be putting those toxins back in our body. All right. But they're hidden in the labels, and you have to be able to maneuver and understand what's good for you and what's not. All right. So when I went to a 10-day health and wellness center a few years ago, that was before I went back to school for my doctorate. But I learned so much. That physician, he took us to stores and showed us how to shop. And it was just amazing of how much I didn't know. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to know, because I thought, I'm not going to just, purposefully kill myself. All right. So I'm going to do whatever I can to prevent illness and disease and chronic inflammation in my body. All right. So education is powerful. And so the more we learn, the more we know, the healthier choices that we can make. All right. So we're going to learn all of that during this program, and we're going to learn how to cook healthy plant-based recipes and stop eating so much meat that's harmful to us, meat that's processed, red meats that are full of saturated fats. And so we're going to learn how to eat clean and healthy. That's on week 2. And then at the end of week 2, we're going to be finishing our detox, which people, when they get to the end of the program, they're like, wait, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. So we do keep going. We're done the detox, but we're going to keep going, because now we're going to be, we've developed healthy habits, and now we're going to be turning them into permanent lifestyle changes. So the 3rd week, we start with the integrative therapies for stress and for pain management. So there's all kinds of therapies out there that you can try versus resorting to, toxic and invasive procedures. There's so many things that you can do naturopathically. All right. Acupuncture is number 1. We're going to be having a virtual wellness retreat soon, and we're going to have an acupuncturist who's excellent. She's from Philadelphia, and we're so happy to have her. But we're going to be talking about acupuncture and the effect that it has on the body and how it can help with chronic inflammation. And then there's all kinds of herbal remedies that I'll be able to prescribe for you. A lot of times, like I said, we go and we don't know what to buy. And so I'll give you my recommendations based on your personalized needs. And then there's all kinds of detox baths, massage, chiropractic care. So using a combination of these natural therapies over time will also help eliminate chronic inflammation and stress in the body. Stress, like I said, is the number 1 killer. So poll question number 4 was, out of all those therapies that I just talked about, or therapies that you've had, which ones do you feel have been the most effective for you in the past year? Has anyone tried any of those therapies? Chiropractic care, acupuncture, herbal remedies, things like that. Which one, just type in which one is most effective for you in the chat. Herbal remedies, nothing for Regina, Jahan. Essential oils, yes. We're going to be full of essential oils, chiropractic care. Yep. Okay. So never tried any lately, never tried any. Yeah. I think the main thing in conventional medicine is what we resort to is the pain, the NSAIDs, which are the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories that over time are very harmful to your body and to your liver. and we resort to narcotics, we resort to just going to physical therapy. And then we think, well, that's it. All right. There's so much more that you can do to treat the pain and inflammation in the body. All right. So step 4 is our last week, where we actually are doing lifestyle transformations. Each one of us will, together will come up with a long-term transformation plan to help you create lifestyle changes. So think of the 9-21-90 rule, which I think I talked about before, but it only takes 21 days to create a habit, and we will definitely create those good habits. And it takes 21 days too to remove a bad habit. So we'll do that in the first 3 weeks. And then for our lifestyle transformation plan, the last week, we're working on permanent changes that we're going to continue to do after the program. And then remember, you'll always still have me for support. I'm always here, and I do free 15-minute consultations as well. And so utilize me as much as possible during that 90-day transformation. Okay, so that's our program. It's a 4-week program. Again, we're starting week 1 with a 14-day cleanse. So we call it Cleanse with Friends, because we're cleansing together and we're giving each other support that we need and the one-on-one guidance that you need during this period. It's really going to change your life. It really is. I mean, if you're ready to make a change, this is what you need. Week 2 is called Eat This, Not That. It's our anti-inflammatory food plan, and you'll understand how to read labels, how to read ingredients, how to just eliminate processed foods as much as possible from your diet. And we're going to be eating fresh, and we're going to be eating clean. And so that's really exciting. And then our integrative therapy plan starts on week 3, and then our long-term pain management transformation. So I'll be giving you recommendations for how to order, where to order, and things like that. But the cleanse is a part of the program. You're getting that's included in the program. Of course, it doesn't cover everything as far as if you need additional herbs and, the integrative therapies, but it does cover the 14-day cleanse. So let's talk about what others had to say about our 4-week program. So first we have Kayla and Donny. I think Kayla's on the call. So Kayla says, when my son and I joined the 4-week program, we were out of control with bad eating habits. Our blood sugar and cholesterol levels were high. After ending the program, we lost weight, we gained energy, and we're looking forward to improved lab results. And she says, I also have less pain in my knee because she has chronic knee pain as well. Okay. So we continue to follow healthy eating habits along with daily exercise. She's the exercise queen. So exercise is a big part of our daily transformation, and you're going to be excited about it because if you needed that push to get you started, this is going to be your push that you need. And she says, we no longer crave unhealthy foods because after you stop eating them, you're not going to crave it anymore, actually. After 3 weeks, you're not going to want it. If you eat something sweet after those 21 days, you're going to get sick from it. And you're going to think, oh my God, this is so sweet. Like, how was I eating this before? So she says, we no longer crave unhealthy foods and sugar on a daily basis, and we try not to eat after 7. So you'll see that our program closes the kitchen down at 7 p.m. So if you're one of those people who are eating throughout the night, getting up in the middle of the night or watching TV late and then coming in the kitchen to eat unhealthy foods or eat it at all, you'll stop that. You'll change that behavior with this program. So we close the kitchen down at 7, and believe me, it works. So that's Kayla's testimony and Donny. And you should see Donny now. He looks great. He's lost, I believe, like 40 pounds all total. And Affy, Affy was, Affy's just been great. She came in this program. She's getting married soon, and she wanted to do this cleanse and change her lifestyle. She's now a vegan since she's ended the program. But she says, when I started this program, I was having issues related to underlying inflammation. And she had inflammation all through her body, which manifested through her skin. And this program helped me to make the food and lifestyle choices and to adopt eating habits that decrease the inflammation. And it did wonders for her. I was so happy, so pleased for Affy. And she's the perfect testimony. She's it, her, Kayla, and Donny. And I've gone fully vegan, and I just feel better overall. I'm improving every day, and she is. And she's so excited because her wedding is like in 2 weeks. And then we have our beloved Samar. So Samar says, it was a pleasure to participate in a 4-week program. It helped me refocus on goals previously set. She said, this has afforded me a reset, and I love it. So Samar, she called me. She was at the airport one day, and she called and she said, I'm at the airport waiting for my flight. And she says, she's so proud of herself because she wasn't tempted by all the junk food that you could buy in the airport. She said, I'm not even looking at it. And she said, it reminded me of you. And that's why I called you. And I just wanted to let you know that, she had the strength to do that on her own. And she's continuing to make progress all the time. And so Samar, I love you too. And thank you so much for your testimony. So what's the next steps? What's your next steps? All right. So of course you could do nothing and hope that things change, or you could try and do it all on your own. Good luck, because you have to go figure out what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, teaching yourself. Maybe you want to Google everything, but that usually doesn't work, when you try to do things on your own and you don't have the tools and the knowledge that you need to do it. Or, going the wrong way here. Sorry. See, and this was my drum roll, and I lost it. There you go. Or you can enroll in the Lose the Pain, Gain Your Life Back 4-week program to ensure a successful outcome. All right. If you want to be successful, oh, okay. I see somebody's trying to log in. Sorry. There we go. So, so if you sign up in the next 24 hours, this program is a very low price of $350 to sign up now. You would go to drbronnernd.org/programs, and you would click the link, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I just want to say something about the $350. That may sound like a lot to some people, but to me, that's a very, very small amount, because you're actually getting, this is where you go to sign up. You're going to go to, and I'm going to show you what you're getting for it. You're going to go to drbronnernd.org, and then you go to programs, and you'll see that we're starting August the 15th. So the reason why we need to sign up now is because we're starting on the 15th. It's going to take a week for you to get your detox package in the mail, which has everything in it that you need. So I have to order it by Monday. So that's why, that's the urgency in it all. So what are you getting for this? So you're getting a 4-week anti-inflammatory lifestyle program that is going to turn into a permanent lifestyle change for you. It's a 14-day veggie cleanse. It has single mix packets. It's not like you have to scoop anything out or try to do it on your own. It's already pre-mixed for you. It has a shaker bottle with it and everything. And I'll be showing you all the nice vegetables and fruits that you can mix it with, and you're gonna love it. Then you're gonna get holistic guidance, educational support, and tools for daily healthy habit formation and long-term transformation. And then the live group coaching 2 times a week for 4 weeks, plus one-on-one coaching as needed. So you're getting all of that for the low cost of $350. Now, when you think about it, is your health and your well-being worth $350 to invest in yourself? If you think about spending $350, okay? Since COVID and everything, I stopped getting my hair and my nails done. I do it myself, but I used to spend, I could spend $120 on my hair and $80 on my nails and feet, and then go out to a restaurant and a nice restaurant and eat. And that's $350 right there in one day. That's blown. Wherein if I invested it in myself in a program that could help me, it would be much more beneficial. You know, you pay for what you're interested in and what you're and what you're ready for. So if you're ready for a change, if you know that what you're doing is not working, if you know that you need support and that you want help now, and you're tired of being sick and tired of being sick, okay? So if you want to do the work that it takes, but it's not going to be hard, I'm telling you. Once you get started, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, just like everyone else who has entered the program. I don't know anyone who said that they wish that they didn't do it. So you're going to have a positive outcome. So I would encourage you to go to drbronner.org, and then you go to programs. Let's see if I can share that screen with you. Let's see. Can you see the screen? So we're drbronner.org/programs, and then you would just click book now. And you want to do that between now and tomorrow so that I can have everybody's detox packets. It usually, they'll ship it in sometimes in 2 days, but with, you know, delivery, it sometimes can take a week. Some people get theirs in 3 days, some people get it in 5 days, but we want to make sure that we have a week so that when we start, everybody can start together. All right. So that's the program. I hope that I've given you enough information to make an informed decision that's best for you. And I'm going to stop sharing now, and we're going to open up for questions and comments. Let me just do a stop share, and then I'm going to turn the recorder off. I think stop recording.